We've all drawn lines and parabolas. A line represents constant change, a parabola, a symmetrical curve. But what happens when we move to the power of 3? We enter the world of cubic functions. Imagine a curve that starts low, twists in the middle, and ends high. That's the characteristic S shape of a positive cubic. A negative one does the opposite, starting high and ending low. They can have up to 2 turning points, a small hill and a valley. Go another step up to quartics, the power of 4, and their shape becomes a W or an M. Like parabolas, their ends either both point up or both point down. But the real secret to sketching these complex curves lies in their roots, where they meet the x-axis. The function's factors tell you exactly what the graph does at these points. If a factor has a power of 1, the graph simply cuts straight through the axis, clean and simple. If a factor is squared, it's a double root. Here, the graph doesn't cut through. It comes down, touches the axis, and bounces right back off, like a ball hitting the ground. It creates a turning point right on the axis. And if a factor is cubed, that's a triple root. The graph flattens out as it approaches the axis, hesitates for a moment in a point of inflection, and then pushes through. Understanding this behavior, cut, touch, or inflect, is everything. It allows you to take a long factored equation and instantly visualize its story. You can see where it bounces, where it crosses, and where it wiggles. And once you can see the graph, solving inequalities becomes as simple as looking to see where the curve is above or below the line. It's not just algebra, it's learning to read the visual language of functions.